more important for your campaign than Donald Trump?
Don't
Yes.
fight.
And why is that?
No one's more important than John Kasich in this campaign. And I said it in the other room. I mean, John took some tough decisions when he became governor. You know, the state was in trouble. And those decisions paid off for all of us as Ohioans. And, you know, he is now earning the respect and the support that he's getting around the state because of the decisions that he made. And I remember those first couple of years, you made some tough ones. Our economy's so much better now, and Ohio is now leading the country rather than behind the rest of the country. We've got a headwind from Washington, no question about it. The federal tax code is a mess. We need to do to that what's been done here in terms of reform and actually cutting some taxes, creating more investment opportunities. The regulatory system has gotten to the point where it is hurting so many small businesses that we're seeing an impact on jobs. I hear it all over our state because of the overreach. He did that here. We should do it on the federal level. The debt and deficit, obviously, in Washington, we're looking at numbers that are unprecedented also. The $8 billion here to $19 trillion at the federal level, that has to be addressed. So I'm really proud to have John's support, and I don't think there's any surrogate that's more effective. There's one I like better, which is Jane Portman, and she's really good too on the stuff. But no, seriously, I am really appreciative of John's help, and he said, you know, we've done some stuff on the hustings, but you know, just for me to be able to talk about the fact that you can take Republican policies with leadership and make a difference in the lives of people is part of my campaign. I mean, I talk about John Kasich on the campaign because it's what we need to do in Washington, D.C. Now, we've been successful at passing a lot of legislation, more than I think than any other Republican senator, maybe either side of the aisle. Barack Obama has signed, I think, 45 of my bills now into law. And there's some are very important, including on energy efficiency and on regulations, on streamlining permitting and so on. Now the anti-drug issue with the Comprehensive Addiction Recovery Act. But some of the big issues are left undone. The debt and deficit, the economic growth agenda that has to be accomplished. And it's because there's too much gridlock in Washington. Ted Strickland is an embodiment of that gridlock. You know, he has not worked across the aisle to get things done. He didn't do it when he was here in Columbus, but he didn't do it when he was in Washington for 12 years as United States Congressman. Literally, I can't find a single bill that he wrote or co-wrote that became law. And so what we need is send someone to Washington who actually has a record of accomplishment and can continue to try to get this country back on track by reaching across the aisle and solving some of these big problems before it's too late. And everybody will prosper, including Ohio. We have a headwind in Ohio. We're doing better than the rest of the country, but John Kasich has to deal with these federal issues too, the federal regulations, the federal tax system, the way in which the federal retraining. I couldn't agree with John more. Our Career Act would help. It's bipartisan. I can't get enough Democrats on board to get it done yet, but that's one we need to do to help the retraining, to give him more flexibility here in Ohio to be able to put people to work. So those are the reasons I'm really proud to have John supporting me.
Thanks,
Senator
everyone.
Trojan.